Hello, hello, hello. My name is Zane, and I will be your host for the show. Today's topic is the listener special, and we will be discussing whatever you like. Whether you're listening from home, from work, or from somewhere else, I would love to hear what you think. You can drop a message however you prefer. If there is something you would like to hear about on the show, let me know, and I will do my best to make it happen. So today, we're just kind of going to go over what we've discussed on the show so far and whether or not anyone has been able to relate to it so far. In our first episode, we just kind of went over making a podcast, what it meant to me as the creator, and how I was going to implement that into making the show. The second episode, a little bit more recently, felt pretty cringy to me personally. I don't like that topic. I just kind of delved into it because why not? Honestly, it was an episode about cryptocurrency. Really not much to it, but I thought somebody out there might like it. Long story short, here we are today. I'm here to discuss whatever you guys would like. You, the viewer, the listener, that's what matters. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Zane, and I will be your host for the show. Today's topic is the listener special. As soon as I see some activity here in the chat, we'll kind of get started. For now, I'm just going to continue where I left off. In the last episode, I talked about how in the modern industry, a lot of people are turning towards computer work. And that is kind of impacting the content creation industry as well. With something as simple as this podcast, there are a lot of people out there who don't want to see something like this go to waste. Plenty of us enjoy it, plenty of us do it, and plenty of us have a good time. There's no reason for that to be. There's no reason for it to turn into something that it shouldn't. And there's no reason for it to become meaningless. As of today, there are so many different shows and types of content out there for anyone and everyone to enjoy. If you have an internet connection or a cell phone or a television, however you like to enjoy your content, you have access. And with that, there's not really much you can't do. If you like comedy, there's comedy out there. If you like to keep up with the news, there's plenty of news out there. If you like animation, there are numerous channels dedicated to such. Whatever it may be, it is all being impacted by the implementation of new technologies, many of which are not fully understood. There is a very large lack of research into these things, and it is oversaturating just about every platform. With all of the different types of content out there, you got to be careful as to not overdo whatever it is that you're doing. If you're just enjoying it, watching it, listening, however you partake, there is a flurry of it out there. My intention is to catch up on as much of that flurry as possible and turn it into something enjoyable again. A lot of us want nothing to do with that. Most of us did not sign up for this. We may have hit that little checkbox at the bottom of the terms and conditions, but we didn't really put a signature and we didn't really think that anybody was going to take it this far. If you use the words in a certain order in a way that is new, yes, it seems like all of this is okay. But in all actuality, we've been misled, deceived, and cornered into this position. Those of you who agree, let me know down below. It's been a long ride for all of us. There's a couple different things that we can do as the world turns to keep up with it in and of itself. Social media has been a great way to keep up with things, but yet again, with all of the advancements and such, it's become slightly unenjoyable at times. There's no reason to let that get you down. All the things to worry about. That should be at the bottom of the list. Is my favorite Instagram page going to be oversaturated today? What about my favorite TikTok? Those aren't reasonable things to have to be afraid of. Should there be a little bit of concern as to whether or not some content is subpar? Of course. But should there be any concern as to whether or not all of the content is going to be subpar? Absolutely not. That is just preposterous. There's a lot that each and every one of us can do to help prevent that. If you're like me, you're going to be learning something new right now. I just recently learned that although the dislike button has been taken away on many platforms, the report button has not. And as bad as that sounds, I'm not saying you have to go and report all the content that you don't like. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that the report button usually has this little secret option to just say that I don't like this. It has nothing to do with the violation of the platform's policies or anything like that. It's just that you don't like it. You don't want to see it anymore. It was a pretty nifty way to get rid of bashing, but also allow people their comforts. There's no reason for someone who likes to do something to be afraid of all the dislikes that they're going to get. Sure. But there's also no reason for the rest of us to not know that there's a way out. Like I said, if you're anything like me, this is going to be new to you, and I encourage you to try it. Probably going to work wonders for you. It did a lot for me. It's a relevating experience being able to cleanse your feed. You can unfollow all of the accounts that you follow or unlike all of the posts that you've liked, but what is that really going to do other than waste your time? If you can just encourage yourself to stay on top of getting rid of things that you don't like rather than getting rid of everything all at once, it might make things a little bit more enjoyable today, tomorrow, and in the long run. There's not much we can do about yesterday. Sure, that's why we're here. There's not much we can do about it now. I see that the chat is still a little bare here. I'm hoping that things pick up a little bit soon. I'm gonna try to keep the pace here. So, a couple of the things that I could cover in future episodes or even in this episode are that I've worked with all kinds of content, and if there is a certain type of content you enjoy, you'd like to hear about or see more of, let me know in the comments or however you have to get through to me. Let me know what it is that you would like to see, and I will do my very best to make it happen. There is so much in this world for us to enjoy. We were able to enjoy it yesterday, we're going to enjoy it today, and hopefully we will enjoy it tomorrow. If you are anything like me, excuse me, the weather. That really is going to change your experience with content. I hope that it does something for you. It did a lot for me, like I said. There's plenty to it. You know, there's going to be every aspect of whatever type of content it is that you enjoy. There is no limit to what that can mean for you as the individual. And there's no limit as to what it can mean for the creator of the content, the platform that it's on, every single person who hit the like button or left a comment, whether that comment was positive or negative. There is no telling where it's going to go, where it's been. I mean, you can try to keep track of everything like that, but usually the best thing to do is to just try and enjoy it. If you look at that, the stream bot stopped by to say hello. Say hello to the stream bot, everybody. It's here for a good time, not for a long time. If there's anything that I should bring up, I would love to hear about it in the chat. I'm sure this video will be uploaded on just about every platform that I engage with. So if you're listening there, leave a comment. I I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. I do juggle quite a bit of content creation, so it might take a while, but it won't take too long. If you are a gamer, I do have a lot going on with gaming. I actually just recently started making some games. I'm now an indie game developer. That was new to me. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of the work that I've done. Hopefully, I can be proud of the impact that it has on the online community. I feel like it was aged pretty well. Took a little too long for my comfort. Not everything can go the way that we want it to. That's perfectly fine. Hello, everyone. As you can see, the Ko-Fi stream bot is the only chatter so far. Me and the stream bot. Say hello to the stream bot. Everybody say hello to the stream bot. Hello, hello. We got Snooze Sloth 5. First time chatter. What's up? Doing a podcast. It's Only the third episode, but who's to say that a third episode being live isn't the best way that it could possibly go? I don't know if Twitch allows rewinding. I highly doubt it. But once this podcast episode is uploaded onto another platform, there will be a plethora of content to come from. There's going to be plenty of clips, plenty of highlights, plenty of open discussion, plenty to reflect on. It's going to be yesterday at that point. Right now it's today. I'm currently talking about tomorrow. So to keep up with the cycle and hopefully it'll do something for you. Bingo. I see. Hello, Bingo. This is really where I want my content to take its turn. I put a lot of thought and effort into making this possible. I find it rather uplifting that I was able to come up with the names that I have. When Did Drip was kind of handed to me. Got on my Xbox for the first time and it just gave me a random gamer tag. Cool beans. But something like yesterday, today, and tomorrow, that was just, there's a lot more than chance involved there. It was not just a stroke of luck. I scourged and scourged to find what I needed to make this happen. Unfortunately, I was not able to get the phone lines set up properly before I started the show. Once I get that figured out, I'm going to try to set up a routine, an episode every so often where listeners can chime in, make it all about the today part of the show. We talked about yesterday and tomorrow, but it's going to be happening today. Had a couple viewers. I don't know where they went, but that's okay. Like I said, this is going to be uploaded. It's not going anywhere. It's not just a stream. It's not just a live stream. All everybody. I